It'd be cheap. It's good. It's good for business. So like I think that's really interesting. Like I think for I've been kind of through like the valley in the last like 6 months of like figuring out what I'm going to do next. And I've been doing a lot of like landing pages for products that like don't exist, where I use like mockups and things like that to see like what product market fit looks like, what user acquisition costs look like, and for to be able to like make mockups like in a couple seconds versus like having to buy them online and then like put it in and be like, oh, like the shading here doesn't work, and then being limited by my skill set to make it like actually look good. I think it's like a really lowers the barriers to entry for like testing new products and
Yeah.
new concepts. Um, I use it to like if I am trying to clean up something or like think of something from a different way, I do use AI for a lot of things. Um, Especially for like this new branding project where I'm just kind of like figuring out like dosages for whatever consumable products, or like talking about like ideas, or like what I like about it is that it'll never give up.
Yeah.
So like if I do disagree, like I can just like go forever to see like if there's another way for me to think about it. Which is great because I do that in my head by myself a lot. But if it's like, oh, I've arrived at this conclusion, I can kind of like check it against something else and be like, oh, I need you to think like this type of person and give me notes on this thing from this perspective because I think this, and this. I think that's another thing about being a generalist, or it's like you'll never be like so in the weeds where you know everything. But like if I like have a feeling where I'm like, oh, like this is gonna be really bad for X, I can kind of check it
Yeah.
against like a hallucinating robot. But like, yeah, that's usually where I use it from. Or like if I working on taglines for things is a nice way to kind of get other ways at it. Um, but yeah, it's been a game changer. Speaking of things being obvious, to know what's the next way to go.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I think the expectations are a little high, but doesn't mean I'm not impressed all the time.